This is what we have to do if we want to stay competitive. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog.
And I'm your host, Adam Peddle. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about everything in baseball that happened this week. There was a lot. And we're also going to be talking about the Blue Jays week, and it was a good one. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification button if you enjoyed the content. All right, guys, so there was a lot of things that happened in baseball this week. A lot of trades. Giants, Dodgers, Yankees, Blue Jays, Mets, White Sox, Brewers, Phillies. There's a lot.
Yep.
But one team that should have done even more, and actually probably had one of the worst trade deadlines that I've ever seen in history. It was a clear, obvious trade deadline for them. Talking about the Colorado Rockies not trading Trevor Story, Daniel Bard, and John Gray. They're still with the team, and they will not have control at the end of the season.
The funniest thing about this, man, is not only did we think that they should do more, not only did analysts think they should do more, not only did Rockies fans probably think they should do more, Trevor Story himself thought they should do more. He straight up took himself out of the ball game. He's like, I'm just not playing today because I'm probably getting traded, and he was not in the lineup on Friday's game, and then he didn't get shipped. They got nothing for him, so they are gonna eat Trevor Story's contract, basically. He will be a free agent after this. Now, I think they should probably get a draft pick out of that. I don't know exactly how all of it works.
Yeah, like if they sign him, if they offer him like a 1 year deal.
Yeah.
Then if he doesn't sign it back, then he gets that compensation pick, that second round.
So that's something.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, but here's the thing, guys. It was so obvious for them. All they had to do was sell. That's all you had to do. And I know, like, Trevor Story, like they said it wasn't because of lack of effort. They were trying. They were fishing offers, but they just didn't have one that was good enough, and they decided just to keep him.
Well, I mean, I guess it's impossible to really say when we're not in the room, we're not hearing the offers. Like, if it was us, and we're like, here, take our 25th ranked prospect, then, like, maybe I would take the draft pick, I guess. But I do feel like that probably wasn't the case. Like, they could have been able to finagle something here and get him traded away and get in some sort of, prospect capital for him. And then the other guys, too, like Daniel Bard, John Gray. I mean, like, those guys, for sure.
Something.
Like, you could have got something as well. Realistically, like, you're 46 and you're 59 right now. That is a awful record. And considering, like, the Padres, the Dodgers, the Giants, these guys all have long futures ahead of them. If I was the Rockies, I'm like, just give me some prospects. Let's plan for, like, 2025 and just start the rebuild right now.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what we did. I mean, that's what the Orioles are in the current states that they're doing. There's anything they get, they sell, right? And the Rockies, it's just bad management. Okay, their management is actually one of the worst. We already knew this coming into the season.
Yeah.
They were dumb.
Yeah.
They were dumb.
Yeah, I don't like the Rockies management at all, guys. I feel for you Rocky fans over there. It's decisions like this. It's a management like this where it's like you might have a bad team on paper. You might not be winning ball games. But when you have bad decision-making at the top, this is how you stay with a bad team and you stay losing ball games. You know, like, you can get out of holes in a relatively short period of time. But I mean, management like this is how you go on like a decade-long drought or something like that.
Yeah.
So please, best of luck to you guys in the coming future. Maybe deal with some stuff up top first, and then go from there.
Agreed. The one thing I do want to shout out is the Texas Rangers sold, the Nationals sold, and the Chicago Cubs sold. So shout out to those guys doing it right.
Doing it right, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Doing it right. What else you got in the baseball world?
Some sad news, actually, in baseball world. I hate when good star players go down. Acuna went down earlier. But this is another star player. Fernando Tatis Jr. lands on the IL with shoulder inflammation. That's really unfortunate to see. I really hope that he has a speedy recovery and he gets back as soon as possible. Another star player for the Rays, actually. This is key for them. Glasnow is going to do Tommy John surgery. So he's going to be gone for the rest of this year and possibly the rest of next year.
Wow.
That's huge.
That's massive.
Especially being in a race that they are.
Yeah.
and they're actually in first place. We'll get to that later. But what is their pitching staff?
I actually don't really know, man. Like, when you look at it on paper, you're like, how are these guys winning games? They continue to win games, and they haven't had Glasnow for a little while now, so I'm actually not so worried about the Rays because, like, I feel like they're just going to manage their way out of this. You want to talk about good management?
Yeah.
They definitely have it. So I feel like they will find a way. That's Rays baseball. I am mildly concerned about the Padres a bit. Like, Tatis is just such a freaking difference maker on the field. I still feel like they are definitely going to make postseason, but like I would let that guy sit, take all the time he needs, and then when he comes back, hopefully he's 100% and back to his 700 slugging ways.
He did it once. He did it once before coming back off injury.
Yeah, totally, man. Well, he was having an MVP caliber year right now, like very much entrenched in those conversations. So
I agree.
You want to see him back on the field as soon as possible.
Another guy who is having another MVP caliber year coming from a pitching standpoint is Jacob deGrom, who's going to be out until September. And that's confirmed.
Jeez.
So he's not looking good. I'm sorry about the Mets. Like, they didn't get another pitcher at the deadline. So they just got Baez. That's a big blow for them because that is the core of their rotation.
Who the hell's going to win MVP in the NL?
No idea.
Those were the top two.
If they're both gone, like who's next? Is Winker still hot?
Winker's still doing good, but I mean, Castellanos is up there. I gotta look at this, guys. This could be a good video, actually, right now.
Yeah, for real. Who's gonna win it?
Those were the top two contenders, and then it was like a bit of a tier difference after that. So something to look at for sure, man. But yeah, I mean, losing DeGrom for that period of time, that definitely sucks because, I mean, the Mets didn't go out and acquire that big starter that they were talked about. Like, they were deep in those conversations for Berrios as well. Obviously, Toronto won out on those talks. So they didn't get like that. Yeah, I mean,
all right.
Bit of a flex. But that's the thing, right? You got to hope that the guys that you do have carry you through. I mean, obviously, Walker doing pretty good still.
He's good. Stroman's doing good.
Very good.
Yeah.
And I do believe Cookie Carrasco should be on his way back pretty soon. So,
same with Thor.
Yeah, exactly, man. So that definitely sucks. Another thing that like kind of sucks, but is also like kind of just really awesome to see too, is Joey Votto was so close to tying the major league record of 8 straight games with a home run. Still, he got 7. That is something to be commended upon. That is amazing. One of the best Canadian-born baseball players to ever touch the field. He was literally like inches away from 8.
He was right off the top of the fence, and it actually would have gone out of 10 other ballparks.
Yeah.
So that's just
it's unlucky, man. Like, clearly though, obviously he's very, very hot.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's seeing the ball differently right now.
Oh, I know it sucks too, is that this post-game interview was like, I'm probably never going to do that again, which is true, but it's just like...
I mean, probably like no one ever does that ever.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, well, that's not going to happen again. All right, that's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, at least he got 7 homers on the year.
At least he did. Hey, if he keeps this up, maybe he'll be an MVP.
Jeez,
wow.
No, vintage Joey Votto right there, man.
Very not serious right now.
For sure. What else you got?
I mean, that's pretty much it. The only other big thing we have, talking about Tampa Bay already, is that currently, this is being recorded before Boston and Tampa square off tonight at 7 o'clock, but Tampa Bay has now secured the first place spot over Boston. They were dancing for a while. They were so neck and neck.
Yeah.
Then this series, they've won 2 in a row. So they are now in first place, which is, I mean, nothing new for us from standpoint.
Yeah,
but it's great for a baseball standpoint that these guys are doing it like
doesn't mean anything to us at all because we are so far away from that top spot as it is. I mean, that will probably never be in conversation for the Blue Jays this season.
No.
But like, kudos to you, Tampa Bay. And I mean, another little piece of news too to note, guys. Boston didn't really buy in heavy this trade deadline. In fact, I think both of us thought that they should do a bit more. This is a team that could win the World Series had you not gone out and acquired maybe a Jose Berrios of your own. They didn't go out and do that, so maybe the momentum is shifting just a little bit into the other teams in the AL East, like the Blue Jays, like the Yankees, who bought in crazy, and like the Tampa Bay Rays as well. So something to note.
I agree. You make a really good point there because one of those one of those wild card spots has to give.
Yeah.
All right. And is Boston going to slip out of this race and get taken over by Yankees or Jays? Maybe.
Well,
what do you think?
A lot of that will depend on us.
Exactly.
Because we will be playing them next week, actually. I don't want to get straight into our next week stuff just yet.
Let's talk about this week
But let's talk about this week. What happened here, my friend?
Obviously, we've made a crap load of videos on this channel talking about the trade deadline. Obviously, Jose Berrios is the headliner.
The big one.
Brad Hand and then Soria. Really good. Honestly, a good trade deadline. Yeah. Yes, we did trade SWR, and yes, we did trade Austin Martin. But overall, success.
I mean, success. That's the thing, right? Like, everyone, we were asking you guys, and we were saying, what would be your ideal trade deadline? Yeah. And pretty much, you know, a top-tier closing pitcher and a top-tier starting pitcher. Yeah. That was, like, pretty much at the top of the list. That was the top tier option. Now, obviously, you know, everyone was like, maybe we'll like trade Kloffenstein and Espinal for Berrios. But that was never realistic, guys. Something had to give. We did give a lot. We both agree it was a bit of an overpay, but we did get the guys that we need to be serious contenders.
We did. And this is huge, actually. We had a huge week from our starting rotation. Amazing. We had 5 and 2, by the way, on the week. But I want to shout out this starting rotation. Berrios, 6 innings, no earned runs. Manoah, 7 innings, no earned runs.
Love.
Ryu, 6 innings, no earned runs.
Love.
Ray, 6 innings, 1 earned run. So, and of our, what we now could call the core of our rotation, those 4 pitchers, 1 earned run.
That's amazing.
Over 25 innings pitched.
That is amazing, incredible, man. And yeah, you look at our starting pitchers now, and I just get filled with so much more confidence, so much more excitement. There are 4 games now out of, I guess we're doing 6 because we're doing a 6-man rotation for a little bit, but typically be 4 games out of 5 that we're like really confident about.
I have a good chance to win this game.
Yeah.
If our lineup just shows up like they did this week, we will do it. We scored 36 runs this week in 7 games.
Man.
That's 5.14 runs a game.
That is a good amount.
A really good amount to win a ball game. And we only gave up 2.2 runs a game.
Well, that is why we are 5 and 2 on the week. And I believe is that what I predicted last week? I think I said.
Yes, you said.
I think I actually said exactly what happened.
Split Red Sox and then sweep the Royals.
And sweep the Royals. There you go, guys. We were feeling this one. We got this one right. I think for the first time in the bloody season.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm really happy with it. This is what we have to do if we want to stay competitive.
Yeah, exactly. And just to give a little bit of an update. 7.5 games back at first place in AL East, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at the wild card, the second wild card spot, which we're only 3 games out. It's New York ahead of us, 2 games out, and then Boston is in that second spot right now currently.
Right.
Yeah. What else? I mean, George Springer was really good this week.
George Springer was awesome this week, man. We did have some really key performances. Like you said, some of the pitchers, Manoah, Berrios, Ryu, all elite. Springer, dominant. Bichette, pretty dominant. There were some good performances, big dog.
Springer went 9 for 22 with 3 homers, 7 RBIs, 6 runs scored.
Ooh.
That's incredible. He's getting hot. And I'm glad to say I got to see those 2 homers. He was feeling himself.
Yeah. He's happy to be back in Toronto. Everyone's happy. Everyone was emotional. I want to say that I gained a lot of respect for our manager as well, Charlie Montoya. Those tears, those were genuine. And that's the type of stuff that will invigorate a ball team. Not only the fans, but if I'm Vlad, if I'm Bichette, if I'm anyone, if I'm Tim freaking Meza, and I see him doing that, I'm like, I had better show up for this guy right here.
Absolutely. And there may not be any more bullpen woes now that we have that stacked back half with Hand and Romano, and we got Richards and Simber.
Yeah.
And especially if our guys go 6-7 innings, that's all the guys we're going to see.
Couldn't agree more, man. It's enough time. Yes. We've been gassing them up a bunch. It's time to know who we are gassing up the most, though. It is time for the J of the Week. Okay, my friends. A lot of key performances as we were pointing out on the batting side of things, on the pitching side of things.
Clutch.
But this week, we are switching it up. We're flipping the freaking script. And your J of the week is none other than Blue Jays GM Ross Atkins.
Wow, you didn't expect this one, guys. But Ross Atkins, think about who helped us win this week. Berrios.
Yeah.
Hand. Both played critical roles this week, helping us win ball games. We got those guys, and he's going to help us win a lot games down, more games down the stretch with this move. So
exactly.
Ross Atkins,
I think, and that's the thing, right? I was thinking about this, and I'm like, what helped the team the most this week? And it really did feel like the management of the Blue Jays did this for us, specifically Ross Atkins, making these trades, making these moves. I do anticipate, and I think a lot of us do, that like now we have an actually decent shot at making a serious run here. And I think that if we hadn't have made these moves, then we wouldn't be feeling that way. The momentum would not be with us. And who knows, maybe we wouldn't have swept KC
maybe not
right there, right?
Maybe not, because who would have been? Would have been like, who? Nats? I don't even know.
Yeah,
a random? I don't know. But now it's Berrios, a two-time All-Star.
Absolutely. So shout out Ross Atkins. We gave a lot, but I'm happy with what we did.
Thank you, Ross. Also want to shout out that our FanGraph numbers are now up to 33% to make the playoffs. As of this morning, meaning Sunday morning, so it might be changed now as Monday rolls around, but that is the odds. So a lot better than 20 before the trade deadline.
Totally.
All right.
Let's look ahead, man. Let's look ahead. Man. Now that we have this momentum, we're on a 4-game winning streak. We are feeling good. And you know what? The competition for at least the first half of the week isn't too steep, isn't too bad. Tell me about the Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, the Guardians. Technically, they're still the Onions now, but they will be the Guardians later.
The Guardians.
Yeah, we got them from Monday through Thursday. Here's the matchups. Monday, we've got Morgan. No idea who this guy is, but a 7.47 ERA.
Captain?
Versus Captain Morgan, maybe. I mean, that's probably his nickname. It'd be a sick nickname. Robbie Ray with an ERA of 3.04 now. Holy crap.
Wow.
Tuesday, we got Plesac, 4.26 ERA. Ryu with an ERA at 3.26. Wow. Again. Wednesday, we got Mejia, 7.6 ERA. Yuck. Mats, 4.58. Better than yuck. Better than yuck.
Better than yuck. You know, not what you really want to see, but better than like yuck.
Yeah, like that's pretty yuck, man.
I mean, back in the day, we used to pitch Tanner freaking Rourke.
Yeah.
So it's better than that.
It's better than that. Wait, oh my God, he was a starter on our team.
Throwback, dude.
Wow.
Throwback.
Our rotation has changed so much.
He was like our number 2 last year, bro.
Ew. Shout out Ross Atkins one more time. And then the last game, Tristan McKenzie, 6.11 gross versus Ross Stripling, 4.75 less gross. Wow. So what do you think of that? All of our ERA matchups are better than theirs.
100,000%. We also know that our lineup far superior to them as well. They do have some studs, but we have more studs.
Yeah. What are you saying for the series?
It does feel like this should be a 3-1 sort of series. I also think that the possibility of a sweep again is actually very much in the realm, because I do feel like there is a momentum shift being back in Toronto.
Yeah.
I am going to say that we go 3-1. I'm going to say that they do take one, but we are going to win 3 games against these Cleveland Guardians.
I agree, man. Like, and the sweep is actually not that crazy. It's not that crazy, man. I'm going to go 3-1 too.
Yeah. And to be honest, I'm going to be disappointed if we go 2-2.
I will, because we have to make up the games on the guys who are losers.
Yes.
These guys have sold, and they're losers now.
Yes.
We need to beat the losers.
Absolutely, absolutely. The momentum is not with them. They're thinking about their trips to Cabo. We're thinking about our trips to the postseason.
That's right, baby. That's
3
right.
3 games or nothing.
Then we got the Boston Red Sox for the weekend series, where we're actually going to play 4 games. It's going to be a doubleheader on Saturday, which we're going to the first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will see you there, 3:07. Let us know if you're coming.
All right. So, Friday, we should have Manoah with a 2.47 ERA versus.
Oh, my God.
Amazing.
2.47 in his rookie year.
He's good, dude. He's really good.
You know? Why aren't we talking about this? You know what? Frankly, there needs to be a video room done on freaking Manoah very soon,
for real. He's incredible, man.
This is blowing me away.
He's amazing. But he is facing Boston Red Sox best starter this year, Nathan Eovaldi, 3.71 ERA. I mean, Manoah's looking better than that.
Yeah.
All right. And then this is where we're not really sure because we don't know what game they're going to pitch what. However, on Saturday, we're probably going to have Berrios and Robbie Ray going again. There might be the return of Chris Sale next Saturday.
I've heard the rumors that if he is going to come back, it feels like Saturday is going to be the day for him. That would be really cool to watch if we are there for that game. I think that would be awesome. But he is a total wild card. Like, we know the ceiling of Chris Sale. You're destroyed. Yeah, exactly. You're destroyed.
So,
however, the floor being returning from a horrible injury for a long period of time, I mean, he could struggle mightily.
Yeah, especially against one of the best offenses, actually the best offense in the major leagues.
Absolutely.
So,
no need to qualify that thing anymore, big dog. Just say
it's the best offense. It's the best offense.
Absolutely.
On paper, everything.
Absolutely.
Everything. Stats, everything. So he might pitch one of those games, and then Nick Pivetta might pitch one of those games.
Right.
And then on Sunday, we're going to have Ryu going again versus Garrett Richards, who is bad this year. He's been exposed. 5.15 ERA.
Yeah.
So that might be the matchups. What do you think about that weekend?
I mean, frankly, bro, I like our chances again. Like listening to this, it's like I like our chances, and especially now that I'm not factoring as hard our awful bullpen. I'm hoping that we can maintain this stuff. I mean, I do think it's very possible that Boston could take 2 off us here just because their offense is obviously, like if we're number 1, like they're definitely top 5 for sure.
Right.
But I mean, I got to give us the dubs here and say that we're going to win 3 out of 4.
Me too, guys. Because here's the thing. Manoah, Ray, Berrios, Ryu, that's our best 4 going against the Red Sox. So beautifully planned by the management, lining those guys up for that series.
I love it.
Yeah, like and take it in too. Like obviously Manoah didn't face the Red Sox, but Ray did and Ryu did, and they killed them. They killed them. So we should be expecting good things that weekend. I really hope we can pull it out.
And if we do go 6-2, now we're chilling at what? 58 and 50? Believe that's the record.
We're what, 54 wins?
54 and 48 right now.
Yeah.
So that would put us at 58 and 50 if we do that.
58 and 50. Or no, because we'd win 6 times this week. Like if we go 6-2.
Oh,
so we'd be at 60 wins.
60 and 50.
Yeah, 60 and 50.
Hey.
And it's very possible.
Hey, Like this is the thing. Like there are opportunities here, guys.
Yes.
But it's weeks like this that need to happen. Because then at the end of this week, we can look at this and be like, we're 1.5 games back from wild card.
Yeah.
We're right in this thing.
Yeah.
We do need to capitalize, though. We cannot be losing any bad games to Cleveland or to Boston.
Agreed.
So the boys have got to show up this week.
It's fucking put up or shut up, guys. That's it for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Hundo P.
All right, guys. Speaking of next week, like we do every week at the end of our Blue Jays Today show, we like to spin that wheel.
The spinning fortune, baseball, colorful, future determining, stat analyzing, and it's a wheel that we spin every week. It's time for that wheel. Okay, now you said it was put up or shut up for the Toronto Blue Jays, but it is also put up or shut up for Nick's team right now, guys. We did, however, have a positive week this past week.
You did. You won 2 of the 3.
Okay.
You won Jay Killer. Devers killed us quite a bit.
Yes,
we shut up Kiki Hernandez, so that's good for the Jays. But I did grab the 1 category from you with Bo Bichette RBIs. You got 6. George Springer or Vladimir Guerrero got 4.
I really wanted Bo for that one, man. Like he's hot. He's in a good position.
Yeah.
Obviously, you love Vladdy, but I was feeling confident about Bo this week.
I agree. And then for the walks, you picked Springer, who got 4, and Vladdy with 2. So Springer's also hot too. You got him on a good week.
Yep, got Springer on a good week for sure. He should be a potential buy on this.
Oh
this
yeah,
week
definitely.
Again.
Him and Bichette, like honestly, like Vlad, like he's kind of fallen down a little bit. He got benched today. He's just been getting a little bit. It doesn't look like complete MVP Vlad right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I agree.
The score is 25 for my team and 21 for your team.
21 for me. So basically, guys, a sweep. This is my week, but a sweep would make it
No.
25 and 24.
No.
Way back into this thing.
No.
Let's spin the wheel.
Let's do it. Is that an elastic man?
I don't know what that's doing.
What
there.
the heck? All right. And I'm looking over here, and it's home runs.
Home
I feel like this is like the
runs.
most like used category. Like we always
We
get home
do
runs.
get home runs fairly frequently, bro.
It's your week, so you decide. You go
man.
first or me go first?
I know. I'm deciding.
Tough,
I'm
eh?
deciding. This is a tough one because I do think that there's like, you know what? I'll let you go.
No, don't make me do the hard decision.
Yeah, it's the hard.
It's the hard one because Vlad, yeah, he got one homer last week, but like I feel like he's slowing down, but like I know as soon as I don't pick him, he's gonna hit it.
I don't think there's a wrong answer.
No,
man.
there's
Like,
not.
I don't think there's a wrong. That's why I was like, you take it. Like,
Honestly, I'm gonna go George Springer.
yeah,
I'm gonna go
okay,
George
you know,
Springer.
I was kind of leaning towards Springer myself
Yeah.
as well.
He had 3 last week. He's
Yeah.
looking good as hell, man.
Yeah,
he looks
is,
so good.
He is looking good as hell. But you know, it's like I also don't want to not pick Vlad. I mean, Semyon's doing pretty decent.
Yeah.
Bo, I don't want.
He had 2 homers, but
Did
like,
Bo have 2 homers?
Yeah, he had 2 homers this
Oh
week.
my goodness.
Tough.
Yeah, I'll stick with Guerrero.
Yeah,
I'll stick
you
with
should.
Guerrero.
You should.
I mean, he could maybe he has one day off. He
Right.
gets tied to the bench. He's having
feeling fun again,
and,
yeah.
and then he comes out and he hits a bunch of dingers,
Totally
you know?
see that reality, man. I
Yep.
almost feel bad not picking Vlad, but it is what it is. Like, you
It
gotta look at what's
is
going on.
What it is. Okay, so I will be going first. The next 2 categories. Let's see what it's
do
gonna
we
be.
got? What do we
Give me the
got?
bonus
What do we
player.
got?
Give me the bonus.
Oh, it's so
player.
close. Worst Jay again.
Oh,
Holy
worst
crap.
Jay.
Well, you're going first again. I think I know where you're going.
Worst Jay.
This is a 3rd week in a row with Worst Jay, and 3rd week in a row facing Boston. So,
The worst. Oh, like not Jay Killer. right?
oh,
This is
sorry, Worst Jay. My bad,
Yeah,
my bad,
yeah,
my bad.
I was gonna say, yeah.
My
okay.
bad, my
We're
bad.
talking worst
Yeah.
Jay, yeah. Because if we were doing Jay Killer,
Yeah,
I was
Devers.
probably gonna go Devers
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this one. But worst Jay. Oof. This is a
is
tough one. I have a couple people in mind.
Yeah.
I think playing time does factor into
Yeah,
this a little bit,
it does.
which is the problem.
Yeah.
Because like everyone that I have in mind, it's like they might
Don't
get a couple
play.
days off, right?
Yeah.
I will take me some shares of Captain Biggio though.
Nice,
We'll take me some shares of
nice.
Captain Biggio.
I did look at this week, and actually, I think the worst Jay this week was Lourdes.
Dude, I was actually thinking about taking him, but I'm not gonna take him.
You're not gonna do it, eh?
No. And you know what? That's not factoring in his excellent run-saving catches that he made. You know,
Fair enough,
he made
fair
some
enough.
great defensive plays out there.
I might go with the other guy because I don't think he's going to be that bad for quite too often. Like I feel like he's going to get hot. I am going to pick Randall Grichuk.
That was the
That's
other
the other
dude
guy.
I was thinking about.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking about Randall the Handler. He's had some bad strikeouts recently, guys.
Oh my gosh,
I
really
do
bad.
think that Biggio is actually worse than him right now, but Biggio might not get as much playing time
That's
as
the
Grichuk.
thing.
So that was the trade-off for
Yeah,
me.
so that's when it's an arbitrator's got to come and pat.
Exactly,
make
yeah,
that decision.
and take a look at who is
Yeah.
the worst. But that's what we got so far. And the final category of this week, what's it gonna be?
ERA for the starters. Wow, we got lots of options now.
Starters. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
This is a tricky one, man,
Tough.
because the problem is, you know, I don't want to. I'm not gonna pick one of our Garbo guys,
No.
Mats or Stripling, but it's like,
Right.
like they play Cleveland.
Yeah.
I want a guy who plays Cleveland.
Yeah.
But I also don't know if I want to have a guy who goes twice because then they're gonna play Boston again anyways.
Yeah.
So then I have to ask myself, are they gonna have 2 really good outings, which would outweigh one? You know? And then how do we do that? If let's say Ray goes 12 innings and gives up 1 earned run, and you pick Berrios and he goes 1 outing and gives up no earned runs, how do we qualify this?
That's the arbitrator. That's the
Arbitrator, I
arbitrator.
guess.
We got to
Arbitrator, right?
let the other guy decide. Yeah.
Oh man, this is a tricky one. I actually
tough.
don't want to go first on this one. Like, this is tough. You know what? We're gonna go and we're gonna watch it. And,
Okay.
and I am gonna take our new trade acquisition.
All right.
Berrios, because we're gonna go and we're gonna see it.
Love it.
We're gonna
I
watch
love it. I will go with Ryu because he is facing that Cleveland lineup. Granted, the Cleveland lineup did dummy him the last time he was out there, but that was during his like weird stretch of shit. But he had a good outing against the Red Sox last time, giving up no earned runs over 6 innings. So I'm gonna take that man Ryu.
Yep, take him. Love that, man.
All right.
So those are the picks for the week. We are looking for a Team Nick sweeping
or a Team Adam sweep, and let's go ahead and let's bury him.
Yeah, that would definitely put me to sleep. But my friends, this was the Blue Jays Today show. I hope that you enjoyed watching this, talking baseball, talking Jays. We're going to be coming out with a bunch more content this week, probably looking at some other teams' postseason chances, maybe even our postseason chances, and potentially the power rankings of some teams post-trade deadline. So a bunch of new content's coming. We will also be at the game on Saturday at 3:07. If you guys are in the area, please let us know. We would love to meet up with you. We might be going out to a restaurant or a bar after that just to celebrate, have some drinks. I'm assuming we're going to win because I picked Berrios and he's going to pitch and he's going to kill it. So yeah, we'll be doing a bunch of fun stuff there as well. So definitely check that out.
Guys, you can also check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Radio Public, and Breaker. Also check out our Instagram. Low-key got kind of like hacked today. There's just like glitch going around. So like apologies
Apologies for that.
Your person. But it's going around everywhere. Twitter and TikTok as well. Guys, this video is brought to you by Monkey Knife Fight and Manscaped. Use code TODAYJays to get discounts and deals that were all throughout this video. And it also helps support the channel to keep us going.
Totally.
And guys, $3 a month and you can become a Patreon. And shout out to thank you to all of our Patreons. Thank you so much. You make this so much easier with your support. And your $3 donations a month. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, we definitely love you out there, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
And go Jays, go!